Welcome, intrepid truth seekers, to another episode of Scimystic. I'm your host, Antony, and today we're going to journey into the realm of conspiracy theories surrounding the moon landings. We'll analyze the claims that the moon landings were staged and explore the compelling evidence that debunks these theories. The moon landing is one of the most iconic moments in human history. However, ever since that historic day in 1969, there have been persistent claims that the entire event was a hoax orchestrated by NASA and the U.S. government. Claims and conspiracy theories. Let's dive right in and explore some of the most common moon landing hoax theories. 1. The flag controversy. One often cited piece of evidence is the behavior of the American flag planted on the moon. Critics argue that the flag should not be moving in a vacuum. However, it's important to note that astronauts twisted the flag's pole to plant it, causing it to move. 2. The Van Allen belts. Another frequently mentioned point is the Van Allen radiation belts. Some theorists claim that astronauts could not have passed through them without being fatally irradiated. In truth, the Apollo missions followed a trajectory that minimized their exposure to these belts, and spacecraft and suits were designed to protect against radiation. 3. Shadows and lighting. Theories often focus on the shadows and lighting in moon landing photos, suggesting that multiple light sources indicate a studio set. In reality, the moon's surface scatters sunlight, creating the complex lighting conditions we see in photos. 4. The absence of stars. Skeptics often question the absence of stars in moon landing photos, believing it's a glaring oversight. However, the cameras used on the moon were set for daylight exposure and couldn't capture the faint light of distant stars. 5. The behavior of the American flag. Some hoax proponents argue that the American flag appears to be waving in videos, which they claim would be impossible in a vacuum. However, this motion is due to the flag's inertia after being unfolded and the absence of air resistance on the moon. Debunking the moon, landing hoax, theories. Now, let's delve into the compelling evidence that debunks these theories. 1. Independent verification. The moon landings were not just witnessed by NASA, but also by other space agencies, amateur radio operators, and even the Soviet Union, who had no reason to cover up a U.S. hoax. They all tracked the missions independently. 2. Moon rocks. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence is the moon rock samples brought back by Apollo astronauts. These samples have been analyzed by scientists worldwide and bear unique characteristics only found on the lunar surface. 3. Retroreflectors on the moon. To this day, retroreflectors placed on the moon by astronauts bounce laser beams back to Earth, providing irrefutable proof that objects were indeed placed on the lunar surface. 4. The impracticality of a cover-up. The scale of a moon landing hoax cover-up would have been immense, involving thousands of people. It's highly unlikely that such a conspiracy could have remained a secret for over 5 decades. In conclusion, while moon landing hoax theories continue to circulate, the overwhelming evidence supports the fact that humans did land on the moon during the Apollo missions. The scientific consensus is clear, and the moon landings remain one of humanity's greatest achievements. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the moon landing conspiracy theories. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and share our content. Keep your thirst for knowledge alive and continue exploring the fascinating mysteries of our world. Until next time, I'm Antony, and this has been Scimystic.